I'm here home in my garden and I was contemplating, do I go watch the sunset and make TikTok videos or do I do a live stream? And today the live stream in the garden won. So we have so much fun things to do in the garden today. At first, I'm going to feed the crows and the doves peanuts and kitty treats and sunflower seeds for the doves. And then we have some harvesting to do. I have some brand new flowers to show you. I'm so excited. And then I have another garden surprise that took me completely for a surprise. So much to see, so much to do, and this was just going to be my evening routine, and I thought, why not take you guys along? If anyone wants to join in, if anyone wants to watch, welcome to see my garden in the evening and see my little evening routine with the garden, the feeding, the watering. We've got to water the garden. I just got started. And the new flowers that I'm really excited to show you. So first of all, we've got to move the garden hose because it's been going in the same spot for a while. So we're going to move it. This is how I soak my vegetable garden. Hold on, let's see if it can get a better angle. You can see the hose. I just sit it in the vegetable garden and let it soak for 5-10 minutes at a time, and then I move it to a new spot. So we're starting the live stream. I'm going to move my watering hose to a new location. This is what the water stream is looking like. And just give it a little watering and then put it in a new spot. So it's been rather windy the last few days on Vancouver Island, and the wind has done a little bit of damage in the garden. So I'm going to show you some of the after effects of what the wind has done. It's still windy, but it's calming down a little bit now. But unfortunately, there have been some wind tragedies. So hello, Manish Patel, welcome. I'm going to show you what the wind has done to my garden next. I'm going to turn the camera around. So this is my flower garden, and unfortunately we had really strong winds and my sunflowers have taken a toll. Look at this. They were nice and tall and they're not so tall anymore. So I am thinking I might potentially cut these all off. I don't think the stem has broken, and actually make some bouquets with them. I haven't fully decided, but I think they're going to get wrecked if they just stay on the fence in the heat of the summer. UK, no, I'm in British Columbia, Canada. That's where my garden is. I'm not sure where you guys are from. So I'm thinking I might do some bouquet making as well. And we're going to see some of the other effects the wind has caused on this garden. My gladioli they're falling over too. But over here, the tomatoes and the beans and some of these sunflowers have really started to lean from the wind. So the wind has been quite a piece of drama for the garden. So while we're here, hello Persephone, I'm probably saying your name wrong. Kane, welcome. I'm going to show you my tomatoes, and we're actually going to do a harvest. I'm going to actually hold that thought. We're going to go feed the birds first. I have food for the crows and the doves. We have peanuts, and we also have sunflower. Oh, that's a beautiful name. I'm glad I said it right. Sunflower seeds for the doves that love to visit the garden, as well as kitty treats for the crows. So we're going to go to the rock garden, feed the birds, and come back and do a little vegetable harvest. So that is the plan. I'm going to take all this with me as I try to do this in two hands and head out to the rock garden. So tell me in the comments, where is everybody from? You don't have to give me a specific location, but just what region of the world are you from? And if you're just joining in, I am Risa. I live on Vancouver Island, and I make gardening and nature videos, and that is in Canada. If you're unfamiliar with this location, we are in my rock garden now. I'm going to show you. This is my new rock garden as of this year. Created it, and we're going to feed the birds out here. The crows love kitty treats, so we're going to fill up the kitty bowls. And there was a kitty that came here the other day. It only stayed 10-15 minutes, but it came for the food. So that was kind of fun. And Brazil, oh, that's fun. UNA, United Arab Emirates, I'm assuming, I'm not sure. So for the doves, we're just going to throw out some sunflower seeds into the rock garden. And for the kitties and the crows, they get temptations. We've got beef flavor. I'm gonna open that up. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much. India, that's fun. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a good portion of food for them. And then they're going to get some tasty chicken flavor temptations. Hello, CR. Welcome. We have a sunflower tragedy. You missed it. I might come back and show you. One of the sunflowers had a tragic ending. We've had massive windstorms the last couple days, so I might actually have to make some sunflower bouquets to make good use of the flowers before they wilt. I'm thinking that would be a good idea. Manish Patel, morning 8 a.m. on the 13th of August. Oh wow, I want to say it's the 11th right now in Canada, still where I am. So, kitty treats for whoever decides to eat from the bowl. It is evening in BC. Yes, it is. I think it's about maybe 7 or 8. I'm not even sure what time it is. So now we're going to put out peanuts for the crows or whoever decides to come here. I think I saw a squirrel here one day for the first time running out of the garden. So that was kind of exciting. So we've got peanuts, kitty treats, and there are some sunflower seeds for the doves. And we're gonna go back and check out the vegetable harvest. Oh my goodness, what can you guys see? It's like glare all over. Sunny times in the camera. I'll show you the bumblebees while we're out here. That's my Nepeta. And actually, I am going to show you my zinnia flower that just started blooming and my asters. I've never grown asters from seed before. This is the very first time and they're starting to bloom. I am so excited. Right here, this is my cat-friendly rock garden, and this is the very first time I've ever grown a fuchsia-colored zinnia. I'm so excited. It is so beautiful. And over here, these are asters, and I grew these from seeds from the Dollar Tree, and they're so beautiful. I tried to grow them at my last property. I couldn't even get them to sprout, and here I'm gonna have a whole bunch of asters. I did have starter plants on my last property and they would last for like a season or two and then they would die, but these are gorgeous and they came from seeds, which is amazing. So I think, I have a couple more garden surprises to show you before we hit the vegetables. I have something that I think is a real surprise in the garden. I did not plant this and I was shocked when I found it. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Now I'm going to see if I can find it again. It's not very big. It's about this big, and it's something that grew itself in my garden. It's something very shocking. If I can remember where it was. I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm searching for a particular... oh, here it is. Right here. This, I think, is a grapevine. I'm not 100% certain, but if you look at the top... it's giving me grapevine vibes, and I never planted this. This is just here. Now, it's possible this isn't a grapevine, but it's some kind of vine. You can tell by the top of it. It's not a weed because there's only one of them, and it does not resemble a weed to me. I could be wrong, but I suspect it's some variety of grape. So that is so exciting. It's either going to get an arbor or I'm going to have to move it to the fence or something so it can climb. But I did not expect to have grapes here, and I didn't plant them. So if this is a grape, I'm so excited. It's grapevine deer for sure. Oh yeah. I think one of the birds probably gave it to me. I'm assuming it's a seeded grape, and it probably spat out a grape seed at some point, and then it just planted it, and that's how I got it. But it could have been original because this garden was built in the 1970s or earlier, and a lot of the original plants I think are popping back up in different places. It was redone many times, and I think that is so fun. So I am so excited to have this little grapevine growing. So let's go check out the vegetable garden. I got a new surprise I did not know was growing and is ready to harvest already, which is so fun. And we're gonna come back out here a little later to see who ate the food. Oh, you guys can't even see, there's so much glare in the sunshine. There's some of the flowers right now. Hey, Howie. Just came out to the rock garden. You missed my grapevine. We're going to do one more look just for you at my grapevine. This I did not plant. This is a gift from Mother Nature. It is so cool. I'm assuming it's a grapevine. I didn't put it here, but I do think that's what it is. I may have to create an arbor. But I just love when Mother Nature gifts you little gifts. It's so fun. And my mint is blooming, guys. I told you I would show you, and here it is. There's mint number 1. And we've got more mint over 2. Over here, mint number 2. Mint number 3. Mint number 4. I think this is chocolate mint, just starting to bloom. Mint number 5. And mint number 6. These are all different varieties of mint, just starting to bloom. And oh my God, it smells so good. Oh, if you want good aromas in your garden, plant mint. You are not going to be disappointed as long as you have space, because it can be an invasive little plant, but the aroma is so amazing. So we are going to collect the food and head into the vegetable garden and do a little harvesting. And I've got to move the hose. I am watering, feeding the animals, and also live streaming at the same time. Kind of a bit of multitasking here going on tonight. This was just my normal evening routine, and then I thought, why not show YouTube what the evening looks like here on Vancouver Island? A little different than my morning live stream, but a little similar in certain ways. So we're gonna move the garden hose first. Turn the camera around. Number 3, number 2, and number 1. YouTube is giving you guys ratings. I think that's a little, I don't know if I like ratings or not. It's kind of, I don't like to make one person more important. Oh dear. Okay, you know what happened? I put the camera in the tripod and then it like disconnected. I'm kind of surprised. It must have hit the button when I did that. Let's just turn the camera around. And every time I do that, I lose the audience, and that's okay. I know that happens sometimes. So a lot of the tomatoes are hanging over more than before from the wind we've been having. I'm going to give you a little tour as well, but we're going to do a harvest before we do a real tour. Just deciding where to put my hose. Ratings don't matter at the end of the day. No, they don't. You are still an earthling, absolutely. Okay, so we're just gonna sit it down here for a while, and I'm going to grab my bowl, and we have a fun little harvest to do. Bowl here. We're gonna start with a cucumber. So I have struggled on this property to grow cucumbers. I started with milk jug cucumber plants. They all died. Then I bought a whole bunch of starter plants, cucumbers. They all died. And then I got a little bit creative and I thought I'm just going to put all my old cucumber seeds in the ground, and if anything grows, that's a bonus. And guess what? Something grew in my sheep manure bed. Let's take a peek. So this did not look like this before the windstorm. This was all upright. It was about this tall, and the wind has knocked it all down. And in the midst of all this, there are cucumbers, and I did not realize they were actually formed already. I saw a few flowers out here, but look at this guy. This is a nice looking cucumber. So we are going to pick this cucumber, and this is my very first cucumber on the new property. I'm so excited. Cucumbers have been a struggle at my last property. Some years I did good, some years not so good. This is a gorgeous cucumber, and I have a feeling it's going to be nice and juicy. So excited. So that is nice. I don't know what you're meaning by this, but I think I'm going to try to delete it. Let's see. Okay. We don't do anything slightly inappropriate here. This is an all ages live stream. I have younger people that watch this in the much younger crowd, so no inappropriate topics is appreciated. So next we are going to pick the tomatoes. So this is kind of a tomato jungle I've got happening here. And I'm just gonna see how they're doing. They're not completely red, but they're definitely ready to pick. There's quite a bit of give in the skin. So we're gonna pick this one. It's so beautiful. It reminds me of a teardrop Christmas ornament. Oh, that's exciting, CR. And tomato number 2. And we're gonna go right in and pick some of these deeper in. This one is more like a traditional beefsteak. Looks pretty good. Feels like it's nice and soft. Gonna put those in the bowl. Oh boy. You can see my bean posts have come down in the wind. I don't know if I'm going to try to put them up again because it's such a jungle. It's kind of difficult to see where the ground is. So I don't know if I'll even attempt to dig them into the soil. So I'm going to dive right in here again, see if there's any more. It's quite a jungle situation happening here. I think we're gonna go up. Ripe. It's a good one. And what's in here? That one looks pretty good. These are pretty good sized tomatoes. No complaints there. That one's got a little imperfection in the skin. Chop and drop done already. Chopped till I dropped today. Oh wow. Well, it was pretty hot out, so I wouldn't be surprised if people were dropping today. You gotta stay hydrated in this heat. Otherwise, you will be dropping, and hopefully not chopping and dropping at the same time. Unless it's plant material, then you can chop and drop. So, let's check the other side of the garden. And this is I figured out what this was. I thought that this was a squash. This is a pumpkin, actually. This is one of my Japanese white pumpkins. I grew it at my last property and forgot that I planted it here. And it's quite large. It's probably double the size of the one I had at my last property. 34C. I think that's a riddle, and I'm not sure what your riddle is, because you're always throwing out little riddles and jokes, and sometimes I understand them and sometimes I don't. But I don't know what this one is. So, black tomatoes. So guys, I did some research on black tomatoes. I did a pizza making live stream, and afterwards I decided to research the black tomato varieties, and I actually think they may not be ripe, but they take a long time to ripen, these black tomatoes, because for some reason the backside stays green, but apparently over time, if this is what I think it is, this will become reddish brown instead of green, and even though this is black. So I'm probably going to leave a lot of these a bit longer, but I have been eating them and they're pretty good, actually. So there's my pumpkin. It's getting pretty orange already. I'm going to go over here and pick some more tomatoes. Still time. Still time. Okay, well, there's always time. Time, as long as you're on this planet, there's still more time. And there may still be time if you're not on this planet. Time probably transcends dimensions, I would imagine. Now, I can't say for certain if I have been in other dimensions, but I would imagine there is time in other places and spaces, not just here. There's something philosophical to contemplate for the evening. Oh, still time to ripen. That too, it does need time to ripen. For certain. So, here we have some cherry tomatoes. They're definitely ripe or overripe. I'm gonna pick some of those. Oh dear. This one has split. I think I'm actually just gonna leave it in the soil, and chances are it'll give me a new plant next season, so why not? Has anyone harvested squashes or pumpkins yet? I'm really interested. I'm betting someone has done zucchini. So I planted zucchini, but I don't think they ever grew. I never saw the plants. And I thought some of those squashes might be zucchinis, but they don't seem to be. But I'm assuming other people have been harvesting squashes or pumpkins. The only one I have is spaghetti squash. I had 7 of those. But no other squashes yet, other than all my wild pumpkins that are growing. Not yet. Okay. I think we're going to do beans next. We did beans in the last video, and there's more beans ready to pick. So that is so far what we've got going on. And let's check the bean situation. I think they're in different areas of the garden. We'll start at the back. Oh my god, I missed some tomatoes. Check this out. We gotta pick this one. This is wild. Holy smokers. I gotta get it off the... Oh my god, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. This one was what I was trying to remove, but I apparently removed 4 of them. But this tomato is massive. It is just a giant. That is crazy. Put it in there. So now we do beans. I just love the purple color. It is so beautiful. Multitasking, indeed it is. Feeding the birds, watering the garden, harvesting, and giving you guys a little sneak peek into the garden all at once. And it feels like the wind has just started to pick up again. Hopefully it won't be crazy. Guess what? We have a little visitor. Watching the live stream is one of the doves that's been coming to the garden. See if I can zoom in. Usually they come a little closer, but she or he is getting a little more brave. They don't come around when I'm live streaming typically, so that's kind of exciting. I don't know if anyone else is going to show up, but I do wonder if maybe they found the sunflower seeds and they're getting a little more friendly because they've been getting food. You never know. So, more beans here. Is anyone else growing beans in their garden right now? I'm curious. There's the windy situation happening. So this is a little tricky trying to access these, but I have to kind of go partially into the jungle for this. Let's see, without trying to step on anything too important. Been there, done that. Yeah, I think we all have at some point. Been in these sticky situations where you're trying not to damage stuff and still getting stuff done. I do think it's a common thing. Looks like that's a nice cluster in here that's happening. Guess I should have brought my bowl with me. That would have been smarter. Holy doodle, this is getting so heavy to pick up. I'm gonna guess this is like probably 15 pounds at least, maybe more in this bowl. It's quite heavy. Kind of shocking, actually. You were pruning today. What were you pruning? Let's see. Once again, going into the little jungle situation. The tomatoes, oh nice. I try to prune out here almost every day, although you would never know. There's so much growth, it almost seems pointless in some ways. But I do think it benefits in some ways when you take off the leaves that aren't looking so good. So I think I need to move the garden hose again. And I was wrong, I do have spaghetti squash. I thought these were pumpkins, but I have pumpkins and spaghetti squash here, I think, mixed together. I have to assume that's what's happening. So we're gonna move this over. And I'm gonna move the hose again. think we're gonna go water this section of the garden over here. Definitely less growth in this corner, but there's definitely stuff growing. I need to harvest some of these tomatoes soon. So I think we're going to go and I'll show you the sunflower. I can't remember if you saw this year. Maybe you did. The sunflower that fell over earlier. The wind damaged this sunflower, so I might actually make some bouquets with this to save the flowers. We're gonna go back to the rock garden and just see if any of the crows have actually started eating, crows or kitties or doves have started eating the food we left out for them. And then I'm not sure, I may have a few more flowers to show you out there that you might not have seen yet. Are you drinking a Slurpee, CR? That looks very much like a 7-Eleven Slurpee cup. I have a feeling you are. So this is my very first pink lupin in the garden. I'm so excited. It just started to bloom. I had a purple one blooming earlier, and I grew these from seeds, which is kind of fun because I've never been able to grow lupins from seeds. Unfortunately, this particular plant has a very bad case of mildew. I haven't tried spraying it with milk. I've heard that sometimes if you do that, that will help powdery mildew. I've pruned it a little bit, but I haven't gotten rid of it yet. So it doesn't seem to affect the flowers though, so that's nice, but I don't know if I'll be able to kill the mildew. But maybe next season it'll come back healthier. We're going to look at a few more flowers. There's the yarrow. And this is a tiny little snapdragon that I grew from seed, just starting to bloom now. It's water. Oh, nice. Got to stay hydrated on these hot days. And we'll check out my fig tree. This is one of my fig trees that was original on the property. I think it's Desert King. Lots of little figs growing on it now. I don't know if they will ripen because this is the second crop, but they might. Different places on the tree, there's quite a few of them. I think we're going to check out some random tomatoes that I planted. I never intended to grow vegetables in this part of the ornamental garden, but I wanted more greenery out here, and I thought, I have seeds, I'm just going to put them out and see what happens. I didn't expect I would actually get tomatoes, but I did. This is a tomato plant, lots of flowers, and if you look in the middle, there's actually tomatoes growing in there already, which is pretty wild. I did not expect that. But it is so exciting. And I think it'll be neat for people to walk by and see tomatoes growing with the flowers. I just think that's kind of fun. And there's my apple tree. Still has a few apples left. I've eaten lots of these apples, picked lots of apples. Country Kirby, welcome. This is my rock garden. I've showed a lot of stuff already, but I'm just showing a few things here and there. Oh my goodness. This is my pineapple sage, and it is on fire with growth. It hasn't bloomed yet. It gets these reddish fuchsia flowers towards the end of summer in little spikes, and the hummingbirds really like them, but this particular one has not bloomed yet. So probably, I don't know, if a few weeks or a month it'll start blooming. Waits to see the sunflowers. Okay, I'll show you more sunflowers since we're on the other side of the fence. The ones that have not succumbed to the wind. There are the sunflowers for you, CR. Love, love, love that mixed orangey red color with burgundy is just so delightful. And I have to say, I love how they dance in the wind. It is just really magical watching them. There's another view of a different sunflower. And the bees just love sunflowers. And from this angle, we'll check these two little flowers out. They're so cute and dainty. From the other side of the fence. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I pressed the wrong button. I wasn't sure if you were gone. And then I think if we come this way, you can see my other ones, my baby vanilla ice sunflowers, just peeking over the fence from the other side. That's the vegetable garden over there. So that's kind of fun. I don't know if the camera's focusing, but they're dancing in the wind. Your day is complete now. Well, that is lovely. On that note, we're going to end the live stream since we completed CR's evening. Thank you for watching my sporadic little live stream, and I'm going to finish watering my garden. I hope you have a lovely day, evening, or night wherever you are. Bye-bye.